Hello and welcome to the Week in Review, the show that brings you up to date on the week that was. Here are the top stories. India's government unveils new direct taxes bill. The economy grows at its fastest. And Chidambaram defends his use of the term saffron terror. We begin with the new direct taxes code bill introduced in the Lok Sabha on Monday. Most of its provisions are the same as those in a draft of the bill circulated in June. As per the bill, individuals earning between 2 and 5 lakhs a year will pay a 10% tax, with that number jumping to 20% for income between 5 and 10. Everyone making more than 10 will have to pay 30%. The bill also proposes increasing the deduction limit to 1.5 lakhs from the current 1 lakh. There's also relief for some corporate houses. Companies, both foreign and domestic, will be taxed a flat 30%, and the minimum alternate tax will only be levied on book profits. There's also a plan to move from profit-linked incentives to investment-linked ones. The DTC bill is supposed to become operational on the 1st of April, 2012. And a new generation of customer-friendly ULIPs were put on offer this Wednesday. The new ULIPs will have a cap on their charges and commissions, have to make minimum guarantees, and provide increased lock-in periods. Meanwhile, the 230 ULIPs that operated under the old rules will not be marketed again. And on the economy, India has done better than expected in the first quarter. Government data released on Tuesday shows the country's GDP grew 8.8% in the April to June quarter. The high figure is also partly because of the base effect. India's GDP only grew at 6% in the same period last year. Meanwhile, here's how the economy did by sector. Industry expanded 10.3% during the quarter, while India's service sector grew 9.6%. Farming, on the other hand, registered a mere 2.8% of growth. And in other news, a government decision this week could ease up food supplies for the poor. On Thursday, it announced it would release 2.5 million tons of rice and wheat. The extra grain will be released over 6 months and will go into the public distribution system. It's being targeted entirely at people below the poverty line. At present, below poverty line customers pay 4 rupees and 15 paise for every kilo of wheat and 5 rupees 65 for every kilo of rice. And India's debt-ridden airlines could get a soft landing after all. Mint has learned the RBI has given State Bank of India the green light to restructure their debt. Our 3 biggest airline companies, Jet, Kingfisher, and Nasil, together owe their lenders $13.5 billion. State Bank is at the head of a consortium of 13 banks that plan to restructure the airline's debt. Also in corporate this week, Reliance Industries has entered the hospitality business. On Monday, it bought a 14.112% stake in EIH for $217 million. And on Thursday, it bought another 0.68%, bringing it close to the open offer threshold of 15. EIH, of course, operates Oberoi hotels and resorts across India. And Wipro's succession plan is taking shape. On Wednesday, the company promoted Rashad Premji to the post of Chief Strategy Officer. Rashad is a Harvard MBA who joined Wipro in 2007. The 33-year-old is son of Wipro chairman Azim Premji, and together the family owns nearly 80% of the company. And here are some stories in brief. BlackBerry makers RAM have avoided a ban in the nick of time. On Monday, it offered to locate some of its servers here in India. RAM's move came just 1 day before a government deadline threatening to ban some of its services because of security concerns. And a new study says the number of Indians getting online could shoot up nearly 3 times to 19% by 2015. That adds up to a total of 237 million users. And finally, Home Minister P. Chidambaram has defended his use of the term saffron terror. Chidambaram said his own colleagues in the UPA had used the same words in the past and that they served a purpose. Chidambaram had used the term during a meeting of police chiefs, setting off a storm of criticism. And that's all we have for you this week. Thanks for watching.